is, I guess, where they thought it was safe to talk at.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
People worry about their phone. They don't worry about there being a bug in the room. Like, this is fucking
it's
good,
a lot
fellas.
on there. It's a lot on there, and it's a lot of people that gave statements or whatever, right? But y'all don't. I've never. Me and Big U never sat out and said we're gonna go extort this dude or rob this dude. It was always a conversation on how can we fix a problem. This is going on. Hey, bro, don't you know such and such? Yeah, can you give him a call because such and such called, said this is going on. Let's see if we can work it out. That's what we was doing. It was called, the movement was called Bridging the Gap, and you know, and I would give my plugs. We all shared our plugs. Like, I met Marley Marl through Big U, right? Because it was no different than, yo, Marley, this is my brother Wack, this Marley. Y'all exchange numbers in case y'all need each other. This is what Wack does. This is what Marley do. I got a platinum record out of Marley, right? K Slay. You might have went too far with that because I don't know how you gonna make up for that one. You said it, and people done waited 2 weeks and it wasn't here. Then a month and 2 months, and now we into the next year, right? But again, if he has it, I don't know. I don't know if it's on the drive. I don't know.
Well, you know who apparently is suspicious of this are the feds, because as discussed, they showed up at my house and they wanted a copy of the cease and desist. Now, before we even talk about that, you went on No Jumper News.
Wack100 been talking about Big U for 2-3 years now. 2-3 years. Everybody been wondering, why is this man putting them out there like that? The grid program, everything, bro. He broke down all the bad deeds Big U was doing, bro. Now, all of a sudden, you starting to see the energy change, bro. Look, bro, I'm convinced this man is like Jay Reed. Yeah, I'm convinced he's like Jay Reed. This man got to be undercover. Look, y'all drop it in the comments, bro. This man got to be undercover because he's still with the bullshit. On top of that, like all that old Adam went to jail for the RICO and all that type of shit. The dude's still running the same content. This is real people's lives, bro. You gotta be a piece of shit motherfucker to see these people like that, or to have seen these people so much. Big U did this for me, Big U did that for me, bro. I can't tell. How wouldn't you think that man would be indicted for all the bullshit that y'all talk about? On top of that, bro, you got the whole 100 side that y'all be running that Big U content. What do you think the cops are gonna use to indict this man, bro? All they needed was arrows. Y'all gave them the arrows to follow, fam. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. Now you see his energy changing. It's getting sticky. You know, it's getting sticky. Now he's trying to get out of it. Nah, bro, you can't back out of everything. If he's guilty, you're guilty too. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. You rolled with him for years. That was your guy. Nobody knew you. Big U put you on, nigga. Yeah, Big U put you on. and the hit stitches in the face, when you snuck stitches, that made you popular. Y'all drop it in the comments, bro. But to see this dude energy start switching like this, you can't talk your way out of this, bro. And now he's understanding that the feds are watching. You knew the feds was watching, bro. Now he's trying to change the whole temperament of his conversation. Be that same Wack100. Yeah, be that same Wack100 that you was when you thought it was all games. Look, y'all drop it in the comments, man. Look, niggas going at Big U and doing all this type of shit. Look, my nigga, that man is a man just like everybody, bro. 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Allegedly, bro. Ain't no different from nobody else. But what I can say, the man wasn't all wrong. The man was wrong with gangsters. Gangsters handle their shit in the street, fam. That's what y'all sign up for, to be gangsters. Everything that he was doing for the kids in the community, you got to salute that. Yeah, you got to salute that, bro. It's time, bro. It's 2025, fam. It's time to separate the emotions that you have for gangsters and the emotions you have for civilians. That I ain't heard one thing that man did wrong to a regular fucking civilian, which makes me look at him quite different. You know what I mean, bro? Street thugs, Man, take them out. Y'all do whatever y'all want to. Bro, motherfuckers gotta learn to stand out the way of that. This is what they sign up for. They don't expect it to make it to 21. When they make it to 31, that's a surprise. You know what I mean? Real shit. When they make it to 50, oh, they're shocked. You know what I mean, bro? These people that they saying this man did this and did that to, they wasn't no motherfucking angels. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real, bro. You can't be a monster if you not like terrorizing like honest folk. The dude was good to honest people, bro. Look, this might be the realest thing I ever said about Big U. You know what I mean? Like I said, bro, before Nipsey Hussle say you ain't got a clue, he said you was an animal. You know what I mean? Real shit. And he wasn't an animal to honest folk, bro. He was an animal to niggas that thought they were animals. One time, bro, I heard Big U punch the nigga, and the nigga went all the way in the air like Debo. You know what I mean? Yeah, flipped. You know what I mean, bro? Everything the man did wasn't horrible. Yeah, everything the man did wasn't horrible. He's just a man from a impoverished area like most of us, bro. And guess what? He had a way with gangsters. These are the niggas, whether it was nigga faking and acting like a gangster or a nigga that was really a gangster. That nigga was doing whatever he was doing allegedly to gangsters, bro. Nigga gotta learn to stand out the way of that. You know what I mean? That's what they signed up for. That's what they want. You know what I mean? So, hey, get what? If you got to go in the front of Debo and pay Debo, you know what I mean, for being able to act like that and portray that character, nigga, that's just what it is, nigga. Point blank, period. You know what I mean? You don't want to be in the streets, stay the fuck up out of them, and you won't have to deal with people allegedly like that. But at this age right here, yeah, I don't think Big U get no justice. You know, yeah, I don't think Big U get no justice. I believe they gonna paint the narrative like they paint it, you know what I mean? And they gonna give that man a shorty end of the stick. You know what I mean? Real shit. But get what? Snitches get stitches. You know what I mean? These are gang members, bro. These are gang members. The best thing they could do is say everything they can to get Big U up out of it. Point blank, period, man. Everybody, family, is gonna feel a little suffering from this. Not just one. There's a lot of people that's going down for this shit, bro. Y'all drop it in the comments, dog. You'll never see none of these people the same once they get out, especially if they make it out unscathed. Y'all drop it in the comments, man. Scars from the playground, bro. Like, share, subscribe. Nigga, I promise to tell the truth, the whole truth, so help me God. That's it. That's it, bro. It's only about the truth. None of the other shit even matters, bro. These are street thugs we talking about. What the fuck are we talking about then? Street thugs. Let them eradicate themselves. Fuck can you really... I mean, this shit is mind-blowing, but as I just start turning the pages on this shit, bro, it don't make no sense. You got to make this shit make sense, man. These are street thugs. This is what they asked for. He didn't do anything to any honest folk that I could see, bro. Like I said, before, you didn't have a clue he was an animal. Nipsey Hussle, as much as I liked him, yeah, I liked him, he was playing the gangster role too, bro. You can't feel bad for anybody that's with the gangster shit. Once you start talking about pistols and doing this and doing that, bro, you live by it, you die by it. Point blank, period. You know what I mean? As horrible as it may sound. Like, you drop it in the comments, bro. Scars from the playground. I'll wait, but I won't wait too long. Gone. Peace. Scars from the playground. Like, share, subscribe. I'm gone.